The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Which Jets players improved their stock and which Jets players lowered their stock during OTAs and minicamp practices? A guy who was at all of them, Robby Sabo, is going to join us to break down the latest there, plus a notable Geno Smith update we hit at the start of the show. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
We sitting here, we excited as hell.
Now it's time to get to work. Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
I haven't felt joy talking about the Jets in a long time. When they announced it, I went, yeah! Jets, let's go! A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. It is indeed the Jake Asman Show, live on a Tuesday. We are presented by PrizePicks. Click the like button. That is the thumbs up icon. And make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you haven't already done so. We got a lot to talk about involving the New York Jets. I do want to remind folks that if you join the Patreon, you'll get first access to our group buy for Jets Dolphins on October 25th. Info on that is coming for the Patreon and Discord in a couple of days. So if you want to join us at MetLife for our annual group buy game, we tailgate before, we watch the game all together, we go on the field afterwards. Make sure you are a Patreon and Discord member so you don't lose out on the opportunity. Just go to patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Joining us right now is the co-host of the Underdog podcast with Wayne Corbett, who happens to be joining us at our first ever Gangrene Beach Club down in Atlantic City on July 11th. It's our friend Robby Sabo, the founder of JetX. Hello, Mr. Sabo. Are you and Wayne ready to rock Speedos at Gangrene Beach Club?
Dude, how'd you get him? Did you blackmail him? What do you have?
I said Sabo's going. Why can't you, Wayne? Come on.
That's
he's
the
like, well,
golden
Robbie's
tickets. That is it, man. He told me about the pictures that leaked into your email, but yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Wayne being there. I mean, geez, everybody in the Jets community. So good stuff.
Can't wait. Tickets still available. GangreneBeachClub.com. You don't need to stay at Oceans Casino to attend the event. You can come for the day. You could stay at a different property. You could stay 30 minutes away and drive, whatever you want to do. But from noon to 6, it's party time at HQ2 at Oceans Casino. All right, Robby, let's start with a serious story before we transition to some of your takeaways from OTAs and minicamp. We have an update on the Geno Smith situation. This is from Zach Rosenblatt, who covers the Jets for The Athletic. He tweeted about 10 minutes ago, quote, checked in with the Davie police this morning for an update. Their response, this case has been assigned to a detective and is currently an active investigation. We are not releasing any additional information at this time. This to me is notable because yesterday, Rich Cimini, of course, checked in with the Davie Police Department down in Florida, and the police spokesman said it's not an active case, but is still being reviewed before a report can be released. So that's at 2:12 yesterday afternoon. It's not an active case. Now, as of 10 a.m. this morning, it is an active investigation. So your thoughts on where we're at in terms of this Geno Smith assault allegation situation?
Yeah, it's I mean, pretty much everything coming out has been corroborated on both sides. First closed and then not closed. I think it was Andy Slater. I forgot what I think Fox Sports, if I'm not mistaken. Andy Slater had it as well. That it was pretty much closed and not active. And then late last night, I don't know, 9, 10 p.m., reversal. There was one person looking into it, so not officially closed. Zach corroborates it. Look, I don't think my job in terms of evaluating this, I really don't care what kind of, if the quarterback is a perfect human, let's put it that way. Do I care if he does terrible, terrible things? Of course. That is separate from this. I think all we could do when watching the video is take the facts. And there were a lot of facts. The state of Florida, there's a certain way, there's a certain procedure, the protocol in terms of if charges are pressed. At the same time, it's become so high profile, this story, that I think it would have been a surprise if they didn't look into it. Let's put it that way. You'd face so much more criticism if you didn't. I have no idea what happened. I don't even want to speculate, but basically in the video, there was no wrongdoing on the part of Geno in that video. And I think the facts bear that out.
Right now, all we have is the video. All we have is the statements from the police. And I think speculating on anything else, I mean, it's irresponsible to do because we just don't know. I mean, for what it's worth, the mother of the actual child came out and defended Geno, saying that he's a really good father. But again, we're at a point right now where there's still so much time from now until camp. You hope if you're a Jet fan, one, everyone's okay that's involved in this, and that ultimately Geno is cleared and this does not linger into the start of training camp. I think that's the football angle in this story right now.
Correct. In terms of football, in terms of Jets fans, you just don't want to see anything go down where he misses games. Obviously, that goes without saying. And if you're the cynical Jets fan, you're saying, "Holy geez, it's June 23rd, and this is already happening." You got to be kidding me. And when you look at Geno's past, it's not squeaky clean. At the same time, it's not anything that you should be overly concerned about. There's a middle area there. There's a human area, and I think, in a lot of ways, you could argue he fits into that middle ground. And it gets us to the conversation of entertainment along with the human, whether it's sports or movies or TV. And, me personally, I had this conversation with my sister, I don't know, months ago, because she said, I can't watch, what was it? The Cosby Show anymore because of what happened with Bill, Mr. Bill. And I said, I can't roll that way. It's akin to believing who these people are already, and I don't, and we don't. So with that in mind, don't live in the fairy tale. Just take the entertainment for what it is. Take the football for what it is, and understand that there's a whole separate side to it. Now, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think from the video alone, though, there's a lot of questions. The gun stuff, not worried about. It's Florida. It's,
You don't keep any firearms in your sink?
No. Super soakers. That's about it. I got a 93 Super Soaker laying around somewhere in the closet. But, listen, there was drama. Anyone who has been in a relationship understands and could immediately spot that's a bad situation you don't want to be in. It's just tiring. It's troublesome, and you want to get away. And to Geno's credit, he was trying to get away, if I'm not mistaken. He was getting in the car, trying to get away. What are you doing? Stop this nonsense. And what I was thinking is just go to the police. If you really did something wrong, then you're making these accusations, get off social media, stop the videos, go to the police, period, and give them the evidence.
Well, we'll keep following, but it does feel like there's been a change, or there's at least conflicting reports, because yesterday the case wasn't active. Now, as of 10 a.m. Eastern time, Tuesday morning, the case has been assigned to a detective and is currently in active investigation. The NFL nor the Jets will not comment on any active investigation, and the Jets are lucky this is coming out in a time where the NFL was on vacation. No one is around the facility. This is the rare break over the course of the 12-month NFL calendar where not much happens till the start of training camp. So hopefully by then things are a lot better for Geno.
It's strange. Like, yes, you're right. I think you you'd rather have it this way, but there's a serious negative in that it's a dead period. Nothing else is being discussed. So this is going to just shine through, and that's an unfortunate thing.
Yep. It was just too quiet in Jetland. We were all saying, oh, how professional the offseason's been, no drama, right? Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter had the controversy over, Dart introducing the president and all that. Yeah, there was stuff surrounding the other team in town, and the Jets were kind of flying under the radar, and now the starting quarterback is accused of assault. So we shall see how it plays out.
Now, real quick, do we know if she went to the police or not?
Well, in the video at the very end, she says charges pressed, but
yes,
we didn't hear charges were pressed until we still haven't really heard charges. We just heard now it's an open investigation. So
right.
Who knows what the real truth is? Ultimately, police showed up and then they didn't make any arrests. So here we are now with the latest being they're investigating it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully Gino's been a good boy, and it's just that recognizable drama that many could sympathize with.
Hit the like button if you're joining us. Comments, questions, your super chats, always cut the line. Here's our giveaway today on the show. Signed Joe Klecko Hall of Fame inscription helmet. Enter for your chance to win on this show and later today. I have it in my hand right here. Signed helmet by one of the all-time great New York Jets, Joe Klecko, number 73 on the field, number 1 in your hearts. New set of weekly prizes for Saturday's raffle in honor of Robbie's dear friend Wayne Corbett coming to Gang Green Beach Club. We have ourselves a signed Wayne Corbett jersey, signed Aaron Glenn end zone pylon, signed Garrett Wilson Jets jersey number plaque, a Jets Legends jersey of your choosing, and 2 tickets to see Wayne and Robbie at Gang Green Beach Club. That is all on the docket for our weekly Asmaniac raffle. In terms of minicamp, now that that's in the books, and you obviously went to all the OTAs that were open for the media, give us your biggest overall takeaway from the Jets spring practices before we go into individual players.
They're more connected because they have leadership. I've been harping on this for weeks. But it is really that important. They are connected. They have leadership on both sides with Gino, the aforementioned Gino, DeMario, Reich and Glenn above them. So there's much more of a hierarchy. I mean, if you think about hierarchy last year, okay, Engstrand ran the offense, Wilkes ran the defense, but who were their soldiers? Fields, it's okay to be a quiet quarterback, but yeah, it's tricky. You have to do certain things and command a certain respect. And I just don't think it was fully there. And the same could be said for Sherwood on the other side. So they're much more connected. And the other thing that surprised me, I'm surprised he canceled Thursday's practice.
Me too. You went 3-14 last year.
Yeah, I'm about to publish an article about that on JetX right after the show. Don't buy the argument. It's meaningless. Nonsense.
Well, why do they do it if it's meaningless? That'd be my pushback.
Exactly. To say it's meaningless because they're not in pads is to say, okay, July and August are meaningless. They're in pads, but they never tackle to the ground. That's not football either. So why do it? Exactly. We're not talking about HBO Hard Knocks and Goal Line with Rex and Chris Jenkins and Mangold like we discussed last week. That day is dead.
And so, I also, Robbie, remember a couple of years ago, Saleh canceled it. And I actually defended him and the Jets because they started training camp earlier than any other team because they were in the Hall of Fame game that summer. So I'm like, okay, if they canceled the final day of minicamp, for player bonding, like that's fine because you're starting a week earlier than any other team. That's not the case this year because it's not like they have a first-year coach where they'd start, earlier like the teams in the Hall of Fame game do.
Yes. And listen, I'm not necessarily criticizing him canceling practice. I'm criticizing any pushback in terms of someone saying it's meaningless. No, I think this could be evaluated. I think it's something that could raise an eyebrow. That's my only point. It's not meaningless. It's something that was quite surprising, actually, because if you look at the game, the 2012 CBA cemented where this game has gone. The practice rules are beyond nuts. You can't do much. It's wild. And in the article I'm putting out, I'm actually word for word, some of the articles, some of the sections. It's wild when you actually read through it, what you can and can't do. I'll be damned if I'm given time back based on that CBA. And, if I'm the Rams, if I'm successful, if I'm coming off a championship, playoffs, okay, I understand those certain situations. And again, I'm not necessarily saying he was wrong. Maybe it was the right decision, but don't brush it off. It's something that can be discussed.
If you're joining us live and you have a question for Robby about a specific player or an observation from OTAs and Minicamp, make sure you write it in. Super Chats will cut the line. Joe Klecko signed helmet is our giveaway on our shows today. The link to call in, we'll do some calls as well, is pinned in the live chat, so you can join the show and weigh in on any Jet or NFL related topic you want to hit. Plus, do a little basketball talk later with the Giannis trade to the Heat. Randall's back in New York City playing for the Nets. So we'll do some hoops talk for all my fellow Knick fans who are watching the show a bit later on. All right, in terms of individual players, let's do stock up and then stock down. I know you wrote a story on this over at JetX. So let's go through some of your stock up. We'll start with the positive here. Which players, in your opinion, Robby, improved their stock the most in OTAs and minicamp?
Well, at number one, I had Demario. I'll start with him because it's the most boring one. I had Demario Davis. It's not as though he flashed and flashed and flashed. You could see the presence he commands. Everyone just looking at him in between snaps, looking for direction. They're not puppy dogs. I mean, they're not reliant on him, but it's a good sign that it's happening right away. AD Mitchell, he is the one splashing and making plays. And I think everyone's seen it by now. Jets social media put it out. Geno to AD. It wasn't exactly a stick nod, but it was like a red zone post, I would say, skinny, that hit it right by the pole, the field goal post, and it looked smooth. It was fluid. He went up, toe tapped, had the awareness, body control, knew exactly where he was, and the kicker was the coverage was pretty solid. It was kind of a 3-deep red zone coverage with the two outside corners, two boundary corners, and Demario. So it was kind of like a red zone Tampa 2. And Demario was on him, connected, attached, kept that contact, had to lose his vision because he had to turn with him. But Geno led him with anticipation. So that was pretty solid. Who else did I have on there? Do you have the article up? Let me get to it. You have a commercial. We'll be back right after these messages.
Just leave a message. Just leave a message. Thank you.
Oh, Geno. I had Geno, number 3. Again, more in the Demario column. He just, the leadership, the organization. And I think it's sort of boring to call out because he is the quarterback. He's going to make good plays in the offseason, OTAs and minicamp when they're not padded up, when they're not going live and it's more mental. But still, it might be just a product of they were just that chaotic last year, both units. The other two in the top 5, Armand Membu. You've heard it a million times. It's hard to evaluate trench play. And Samini, I think, does a great job by saying that. I heard it on the Jets Collective a couple times. He writes it. He's 100% right. So you can't really dive in too much. But here's why I have Membu on here. Whether it's been Bailey or someone else, doesn't matter. When you're not in pads, the advantage goes to the pass rusher to such an incredible degree. The offensive line cannot grip and hold on in certain crafty ways. So the pass rusher should get home more often than not. And you just didn't see it. He was locking guys up when they were live. No pads, but they were live. They were doing the 7-on-7 or not 7. They were doing the teams or 2-minute drill or red zone. And he was noticeable. And that's a very rare thing. So I think he firmly belongs on this list, despite him being a tackle. And then Omar Cooper Jr. rounds it out. He didn't, he couldn't hold a candle to AD Mitchell splashing, making plays. But it's rare for a rookie, and especially a rookie receiver, to be trusted to late first round rookie receiver to be trusted to this degree. You could tell the Jets trust this kid already. This guy, they have him in certain spots where it raises an eyebrow and you go, man, they must be incredibly impressed because they trust him this early. And it's impressive. It tells me that he is reading coverages the right way and everything is getting into his brain in terms of this scheme at the NFL level. And maybe credit needs to go to the Indiana Hoosiers coaching staff as well.
What I like about Cooper is that a lot of his skill set probably tough to evaluate without full pads because he's a yak guy. He makes plays by making guys miss. That you watch his college tape at Indiana. That's so much of what made him special, what made him a first-round pick. He's great after the catch. So I'm excited to see what that looks like when we start getting to training camp with the pads on. We get to the preseason where as a rookie, he's definitely going to play. That to me is exciting.
Yeah, and it's little things too. It's, a lot of his stuff was underneath, obviously, because, Jets, we know where he's going to play more often than not in the offense. And let's not get into it. It's not the old days where Corbett was the slot and that's it. Dedrick Ward and Keyshawn were outside. Or, Moss, he really would have been a solid slot as well, but he had the burner vertical speed, so he played outside. Coles and Moss outside, Corbett inside. So many tight, condensed splits that all three receiver positions need to play all three spots. But a lot of his routes were unders. A lot of it was three-step this offseason. So there wasn't a lot of opportunity for him to make splash plays, but there was very encouraging signs in terms of smarts. And I remember one where he caught it in the flat from Geno, and they were in a 2-minute situation where I forget the specifics, but time was running out. And instead of cutting it inside, he darted out of bounds. It was the right move. 10 out of 10. So little things like that just stood out with him, and it's impressive. They really trust him already.
Robby Sabo is our guest. We're talking which players improved their stock during minicamp, which players maybe hurt their stock during minicamp. Hit the like button if you're joining us. Curly with a question wants to know if you keep your guns in the sink or the bathtub.
Sink or the bathtub? Nightstand, my friend.
Get up. Let's go.
Nightstand. We like it. All right. We did stock up. Now, again, pads aren't fully on. It's early.
So I'm going to bash guys now. Is that what you want?
Which players lowered their stock during minicamp?
Well, let me throw another couple quick ones. Nahshon Wright. You can throw him in the stock up as well.
Okay.
He wasn't perfect. I know his name got a lot of attention because he made some good plays. He probably led the team in pass breakups. But there were also plays he got burned on, and those don't go up. Arian Smith doesn't belong in the stock up, but his route running seems to be noticeably better. And for him, it was just about slowing down, getting in and out of breaks and not letting his hair be on fire. So he's kind of one keep an eye on and just not stock up. Braylon Allen looked pretty solid too. Stock down, tough, really tough. I'm not going to saddle him with a stock down, but I'll say Minka. He wasn't flying all over the place. Now, safety is tricky. You have to be watching safety to understand and see what he's doing on each play. So I don't want to crush him, but I expected a little bit more in terms of, the teams and the red zones from Minka. Won't officially put him in a stock down. The two quarterbacks behind Geno stock down. Brady Cook struggled. And Bailey Zappi, there was one moment, I think I mentioned it last week, where incomplete 1st and 10, incomplete 2nd and 10, 2-minute drill. So it's under a minute left. 3rd and 10, he finally took a deep breath, hit Arian Smith on a nice little spot route, and they got 7 to set up 4th and 3. No. He hit someone out of the backfield. Arian Smith was the 4th and 3 conversion. So Bailey Zappi had moments, but he deserves a stock down as well. He's rushing things. He's not staring down the barrel. He's not doing the right things with his eyes. Guys are moving too easily with where he's looking. So the backup quarterbacks, That's about it. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to find stock down in these situations. Malachi Moore, I'd say stock is down right now. Not necessarily based on his play, but maybe based on where he is in the pecking order. Let me put it that way.
Anything
Uh,
surprise you with the pecking order? Not just with the safety room, but
I got to
just
be
how they laid out certain players in certain roles.
I got to be careful here, not getting into not being too specific, but Jets fans, the breakout for Juwan Briggs, be careful. Juwan Briggs and Malachi Moore, those two, just be careful. Whether or not it's Glenn making him try to earn it, whether or not that's really what the pecking order is, I don't know. We'll see. To me, Briggs, he had a nice year last year, but if you notice, it was more pass rushing. It was more putting him in spots where he could splash in third and longs. And every time we talked about the base D, I had the three big guys. I didn't have Briggs in there. And it made sense because Briggs, there's still some things with his run D that, just you don't love. So I had him, Bailey, and McDonald pretty much coming in on sub. And that's a dangerous trio right there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I think in terms of like the defense in particular, how they basically assign certain guys to what roles, especially up front. That to me, I'm the most intrigued by because we know they're going to be 3-4 and then multiple principled. They got a lot of guys in that defensive line room that could have widely different roles versus like what are some fans' expectations are for certain players, if I'm explaining that properly.
Yes. And that's another story I'm working on. It's Jets fans. I wouldn't expect David Bailey to have, a crazy number of snaps that everyone's expecting. Like, what would you say is the percentage people are expecting right now in terms of snap count for Bailey?
65% or more.
I'd bet the farm. No way. Just no way. It's very difficult, that transition. I think if you're Glenn, you have to try to force the base where Osai and Enigbari are the Sam drop down, and McDonald and Bailey are the Jack on the weak side, and they rotate. So you have a pass rusher on that Leo side and a run stuffer on the other side. But in nut crunching situations where you need a stop, I think it's going to be Osai and Enigbari out there. And in sub package passing situations, absolutely McDonald and Bailey, and then Briggs on the inside, taking Harrison off or Onyemata off or Sweat off, one of those three. Actually, two of the three, because you probably go four down front most of the time. So I think your point is good. I mean, they have a lot of guys, and it's going to rotate. It'll be interesting to see what Glenn does. But I expect odds and even spacing in both base and sub. More even spacing in sub because you're going to have four down fronts in sub, and you just get after it that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first person to enter the Asmaniac raffle today is John J. Williams via Zelle. That's right. Asman Jake at Gmail. If you want to enter via Zelle, he purchased 2 raffle tickets, $10. Each raffle ticket's $5 a pop. He's in for the Klecko helmet. Let's go.
Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
What type of jump can the Jets defense take under Glenn, Robbie? Like if I say to you, best case scenario, everything you envision hits, what is this defense? Like, because talent-wise, they're clearly better. Scheme-wise, they fit players that the head coach wanted. So what is the expectation for Glenn, who said play calling is his superpower?
They could take a jump because, it starts with stopping the run. I don't care what level it is. I don't care what the rules are. You still have to stop the run to set up.
They better be able to stop the run when you add Onyemata, Tamondre Sweat, Phillips here.
Phillips.
Come on.
You got serious beef up front. I think one of the concerns is that you go too far that way. Are you too imbalanced in that? Salah kind of went the other way, and he did go the other way. He wanted quicker interior guys who could go sideline to sideline, play that wide zone. And Glenn has gone the opposite. He's gone with violence. He's gone with beef. And they're going to be 2-gap in it. They're going to be react before attack. And that's Rex Ryan. That's what I love as well. But are they too with defense, I think it comes down to, are you too easy or not to attack in terms of game plan? And you're going to have to contend with the fact that you have Sherwood and McDonald or Sherwood and Bailey on the weak side. If you're going 3-4 and you do split up, like I said before, the Sam and the Jack. And if you do split it up, then what your weak side edge is going to be paired with Sherwood, and that's not going to be a stout. So you have to contend with that, and he has to have something up his sleeve to deal with that, and I think that's the key. And as long as he does, I think the D could make a jump. The corners, we know the corner situation. I think it's a free-for-all in terms of who starts. You got AZ, you got Wright, and you have Stevens. I think those three are battling for 2 spots right now. Safety, we know Minka is going to be there. As quickly as I think Jets fans want to see Cisco go, not so fast. Belton will be in the mix. But
who's more likely to start? Andre Cisco, Dane Belton, or Malachi Moore?
Cisco.
Really? So
Yeah.
opposite Minka, you think it's Cisco?
Cisco. Yep. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but right now it's overwhelming.
I don't know if that's a good thing because I thought Cisco was pretty bad before he got hurt.
It is. Yeah. Listen, he wasn't great.
I'll give him a pass from this standpoint. The coaching on that side of the ball was horrific.
Yeah.
So maybe Glenn, not maybe, he will be better than Wilkes, but hopefully they're just better coached all around. Like position coach wise, they were an abomination. They were bad technique, guys out of position.
Yes.
I've never seen more miscommunications. Bare minimum, I think you're better in that area with Glenn and his staff now.
Agreed. And it's a shame too, because their DBs were the best coached position under Saleh by far. I was so impressed. Coming out in 2022 when Sauce came into the league. So impressed. They were communicating so well that offseason. I remember talking about it. Listen, we'll see. Cisco, he's okay. He's an okay center fielder. I don't love him down low. And this is what I talked about before. It defensively, when you're a defensive coordinator and you're trying to call defense, it comes down to how many ways can you be attacked? And if you see Cisco and Minka playing safety, and the offense knows that you rotate safeties up and down, you drive them up and down based on motion, which you really want to do. The other way puts you out of position really in a difficult way, running man to man across the box. Then you do everything you can to get Minka out of the box and flash up to the post, and Cisco to drive down into the box, because Cisco's not great in the box to me. So he's much better center fielder. That's another thing they're going to have to contend with. So we'll see. I think it'll come down to those strategies. And then zone. If you got Sweat, Phillips, and Onyemata in the middle, break out those edge runs. Break them out, make them run sideline to sideline to see if they can keep up, because that's a lot of beef.
Marine Jet Vet, welcome to the raffle, our first 5 spot of the day. He is in the Asmaniac raffle for 5. Let's go.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Don't leave. Who let the dogs out? Don't leave.
Here are the following 5 Asmaniacs who are now channel members: Extreme Shaft, UH 8 Me Now, Utima, Random Entertainment, FS Jaden, all receiving a gifted membership from Marine Jet Vet. Klecko signed helmet up for grabs during today's show. Robby Sabo is the guest. Come meet Robby at Gangrene Beach Club next month. It's going to be a blast. Robby, you highlighted Omar Cooper Jr. Earlier as a player whose stock is up. I'm presented by PrizePicks. Use code HMA and start putting together some PrizePicks lineups. $5 will get you $50 in lineups. Omar Cooper Jr., here are his numbers on PrizePicks right now. Would you go more or less on his reception touchdown number there at 3.5 and his receiving yards number at 575.5?
Gotta go less on both. He's a rookie. It's very difficult to go up. You just got to play the odds. I'm not saying he can't get there, but you're looking at Garrett, you're looking at AD, Sadiq, Mason Taylor. See, this is where the The odds makers make their money. You got all this hype with this rookie Cooper, and he's going to contribute, and they trust him. So, this is where they make their money. I'd go less on both.
I think he's got a chance to go more on the touchdown number because I think he's going to be really good in the red zone.
True. It's a good point. If one of the two, if I were to go over, it definitely would be the touchdowns.
I can see him
such a
having
random, it's such a random stat, touchdowns in a lot of ways.
The receiving yard number is difficult too because I would have told you I'd go more on it like before OTA started, but I am buying into the AD Mitchell hype train a little bit because I think his skill set is perfect for what Geno likes to do, which is take chances and throw downfield. And I think AD Mitchell could separate. We saw that last year in his 8 games with the Jets, even though he didn't get the ball a lot, but he was open. Like I could see him playing a role. So it's kind of tough to project Cooper and Sadiq as rookies when Garrett's going to get a big target share. They like Mason Taylor. It's not everyone could go over their number. Like
there's only so many yards. There's only so many yards to go around. When you look at other teams, just randomly, I pulled it up. Buffalo last year, Shakir led the team with 718 yards. Kincaid 571, Knox 417. So gotta go. I just have to go under. It's too tough. It's too much to ask.
More or less, Jet fans who are watching live or after the fact. If you're watching after the fact, write it down below. Will Omar Cooper Jr. have at least 4 touchdowns and at least 576 receiving yards or more?
Oh my God, James Cook had 1,600 yards last year on the ground.
He was a beast.
Oh my God.
Yo Holmes says 576 for a rookie receiver on a bleep team is a lot. Yeah, 100%. Yo Holmes also in a positive mood, says everyone understands the QB room of Geno, Zappy, Cook, and Cade absolutely stinks, right? I mean, look, I don't know what you expect the quarterback room to be, Yo Holmes. If they have to play Zappy, if they have to play Cade, certainly if they have to play Brady Cook, it's not going to be good. I think if Geno Smith's protected, which he should be, he could be an adequate starter in the league. I don't think you're asking for that much for Geno to do that. Again, this is not like Justin Fields who's never done it, and you're trying to project him to break out, or to quote Aaron Glenn a year ago, we're going to let him play quarterback. Geno can play quarterback, assuming he's not suspended, which who knows now where things stand. We talked about it at the start of the show, the latest update there. Like, I think Geno is a capable starting quarterback in this league. I do.
No one's expecting him to be elite. Again, but it's him. He is a far cry from Justin Fields in terms of, what has been proven on the field. Could we call it like it is? Let's just call it straight. That's what it is. And he could lead the offense. There's no question about it. So I just think we have to be more nuanced in the way we look at it. And I know it's difficult because it's been a wasteland, the Jets quarterback position. But that's what it is, my people. That's what it is. He's capable. He could lead an offense. He could have a good year, but don't expect elite. It's not an exciting move. It's not exciting. That is the difference. And when you separate last year with Fields, new head coach, kick the bad man, Aaron Rodgers, out of town, versus, trying to pick your pants up off the floor after coming off a bad year with Geno, who's been here already, who had a bad year last year. Geno's much better quarterback than Fields, yet the excitement level for Fields was through the roof compared to Geno. I mean, we just have to recognize what it is and recognize there's something wrong in that thinking.
Brendan Sorsby, let's get your take on Sorsby. I'm going to first play you Rich Cimini's thoughts on what he has heard about the Jets' interest or maybe lack thereof in Sorsby. This was Cimini yesterday with Bart and Carlin. By the way, I'm filling in for Carlin. Bart Scott and I are hosting radio together this Friday, Jet fans, so tune into that. But here is Rich Cimini talking about Brendan Sorsby possibly being a New York Jet.
Well, today's the deadline, to apply. He's already applied. He still has to be accepted by the NFL. It's not 100% certain that there's going to be a supplemental draft. The NFL has to accept his application. And, the expectation is that they will, and that there'll be a supplemental draft sometime probably around July 20th or 22nd, somewhere in that neighborhood. And, the level of interest, I think everyone wants to know that. The Jets, we know the quarterback situation. They need a long-term answer. They could find it in the 27 draft is going to be loaded with quarterbacks, but could they get it earlier? That's a fascinating question. From the people I've talked to, most people think he's probably around a second-round talent who, had he had one more year at college and played well, could have played his way into the first round. So that has to be intriguing. I mean, he's got good size. He's about 6'2.5". He throws well. He moves really well. And so their tools are there to be a productive quarterback in the NFL. But we know the other side as well. I mean, and so I think teams are cautious because he's admitted a gambling problem, went to inpatient rehab for his gambling addiction. And I think that's a major concern for teams around the league. Now, where do the Jets stand on it? I don't know for sure. We can only gather, little crumbs of information from talking to people. Knowing the team as well as I do, and I've been around them for a long time, as you guys know, I'd be surprised if they put in a significant bid on this particular player. I just think that there's some concern maybe about the off-the-field stuff, and I do think they have a player there in Cade Klubnik, who they just drafted in the 4th round, who they want to develop. And they also know that they have the 27 draft, to find that quarterback. So, I mean, could they put in a late round, like a 5th or a 6th round bid on him? Yeah, I could see something like that happening. But I'd be really surprised if they ended up with Brendan Sorsby.
Okay. Your thoughts on Brendan Sorsby, Robbie?
I agree with him. I do. It's number one, it is the most important black mark in sports, especially with, every professional sport being in bed with sports betting. Anything that comes close to compromising the integrity of the game is, serious stuff. So personally, I would stay away from that as it is. It doesn't mean I would be out of the Sorsby business completely. I'd have to stay in based on the Jets' history of quarterbacks, but I'm not going all out. In terms of what Rich is saying, it makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world. And I'd have to lean on that side. There's just so much smoke. And, with the way the league is, with the way the rules are, so many the list of quarterbacks who can become quote unquote long-term guys for the organization has grown. It's such a wider pool than people realize than it was back in the day. Like back in the day, we knew the guys: quarterback club, Marino, Kelly, Elway, Montana, Steve Young. There were a select few household names. Today, it kind of rotates. There's like 5 or 6 surefire guys. And then after that, it's hot and cold, and it rotates. So a lot of it's dependent on situation and coaching. And I think Sorsby, if you view it in that lens, Sorsby becomes one of many, many, many potential guys who could become the long-term answer for the Jets. And that makes it less likely that they go with them. And also, started thinking long-term quarterback. Rich said Jets are looking for a long-term quarterback, and it's true. But I think a good first step is going with a guy like Geno, because sometimes these organizations find their long-term quarterback after just raising the floor of the quarterback position play, if that makes sense. It's like you try so hard to find a true franchise face and, be that picturesque guy like Josh Allen or Burrow or Mahomes. Andy Reid went with Alex Smith before Mahomes. There's examples like that. Foles in Philly before Jalen Hurts. I know Wentz too. He was a highly touted guy. Bills. Who the hell did Bills have? Peterman? I don't know. And he didn't really do much. Bills just lucked out with Josh Allen. But I think it's a good move, pending Geno not missing time, obviously, that they went with Geno. I think it makes it more advantageous for them in the future. But yeah, Sorsby, I don't think it's going to happen.
It's just too big of a risk, I feel like, for where the Jets are at. With the coaching staff needing to win, you already have Klubnik. I just don't see why you need to take the swing now when no one's saying you have to do it, right? Like Woody Johnson was clearly sold on a plan, build the team up, take the big swing at quarterback with one of the first-round picks in 27. I don't think you need to do this. Like, again, if this was last year and they're going into year one and it was just Fields, it's like, all right, add a quarterback like Sorsby, see what happens. But they got to win games. Like Aaron Glenn's not going to be concerned about the development of Brendan Sorsby. He's going to stick with Geno for as long as he can, because every win could be the difference in whether or not he's here for a third season or not.
And I heard you talk about the timing last week. What's going to happen if Aaron Glenn's coaching for his job? So how is Sorsby going to get any action on the field. If things are going bad, okay, they insert him at the end of the season for Geno, and then what? A new coaching staff?
Right. And like you could evaluate Sorsby in like the 3 or 4 games he plays at the end of the year. New coaching staff comes in, is like, okay, the 3 or 4 games we saw from him, that's enough for us to bypass the 27 class. Again, if Geno's suspended in this hypothetical, maybe you're more open to it, because then it's like you have Klubnik, Sorsby, like they're going to get a chance to play. But I don't see that happening. And I don't see the Jets, who know they need to win to be here, making this level of commitment. Now, if it's a 5th round pick and they just get him because no one else bid on him,
do it.
That's a different conversation. We've been talking about Sorsby as if you might need to use a 2nd or a 3rd round tender to get him. And if that's the case, I don't think the Jets are in on him for that.
Agreed. Do it. I'd stay in just in case everyone is scared, and I'd pay a lesser price for him. Now, sometimes we go too strict with plotting out the quarterbacks. Doesn't make sense to grab this guy. You're going to draft one. Someone's going to get fired. The goal should just be to collect as many good quarterbacks as possible to increase your chances. That argument could be made as well. But at the same time, it comes down to the value. It comes down to what you're giving up. Now, if Muji is attached to the hip with Glenn, maybe they'd give up more than they otherwise would in the supplemental, because for obvious reasons. But I don't think that would ever happen. I don't think anyone should expect that.
JD says I'd wait till 27, win what you can this year. All positions get evaluated with a real roster. I think that's the Jet thought process deep down. I really do believe that.
Agreed. And by the way, stock down for Klubnik and Sadiq too. You got to play. Got to play, folks. Missing time, stock down for those 2.
How about 5 memberships from Carlos? Carlos in the raffle for 5. Let's go.
Jet up. Let's go.
Yeah. Jet up. Carlos, thank you. Give him a hug, Woody.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
These are the 5 from Carlos. Again, Joe Klecko signed helmets, our raffle prize. Sko, David Perez, Joe Snag, Dustinum, Joseph Freeman, all receiving a gifted membership. We have 0 super chats this late into the show. I can't remember the last time it happened. Any super chat that qualifies for the raffle, I'm just going to double it.
Could I super chat while on the show? Is that possible?
You can. Yeah, you got to have the YouTube open. It's weird. Normally
I can't do it through StreamYard, right?
No, you got to actually log on to YouTube. You're not going to win though. No way. You're not fast enough. Someone's going to beat you.
I got magic fingers, Jake.
Do you?
Yes.
You know what? This calls for an appropriate drop after a comment like that.
Calm your freaky down.
Robby Sabo with us here, talking all things New York Jets. First time I've had you on since the Tippmann extension. What was your reaction to seeing the details of that deal?
It's a good deal for the Jets. Like he's a solid lineman. I think he'll continue to grow. I don't think you complain about it one bit. Solid job getting him done. I'm not too keen on dishing out a lot of extensions, when you're still in the state the Jets are in, but I can't quibble with this. This is a good one.
Again, no matter who the quarterback is in 27, they are in a position where the line is in place, number 1 receiver, complimentary playmakers, Breece Hall. Like, imagine Sam Darnold walked into the situation.
Oh, man.
Because, we've seen it. You could actually pick the right quarterback, and that guy could be terrible. You are set up to actually give this kid a chance. Now, sometimes you could set the kid up and he could just suck. See Zach Wilson. But the Jets actually drafted a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and we didn't know it because of how bad the environment was that they put him in.
Yeah. Yeah. And even with Reich, compared to the offensive architects Darnold had, it's a world of difference. And I know, who was it? Bates his last year, Darnold? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bates, he had some moments, but,
And they gave him Adam Gase.
Yeah, and then Gase. Bates was a little overhyped. He did much better in the previous NFL. I think today, 10 years is a world of difference, as we saw last year with Detroit. But no, it wasn't. Morton was with Detroit. I'm sorry. Who was the quarterback for the Jets when Morton was here?
McCown had Jed Morton.
Was it just McCown? My OCs are mixing together in my head as we speak.
Yep, McCown had Morton.
Jeez. Apple. I'm trying to super chat you, and Apple's asking me for my password, and I don't remember. And the reason I don't remember is because I didn't remember the first time. I had to reset it. It doesn't let me reset the password to something familiar. So I got to do a brand new one. I forget it. It's like this vicious cycle.
You already lost. Derek beat you. Great work, Jake and Sabo. I hope everyone's having a wonderful
I'm glad Derek super chatted. Come on, let's get the super chats. But this Apple forgot password thing, can you please let me set a password that I'm familiar with?
Derek, congrats. You're in the raffle for one.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Don't let go, baby. All right, open phone lines. Right now, no one is on hold. Beast is even on the road, so we can't even go to Beast in this moment in time. So if you want in on the conversation, now is certainly the opportunity to do so. Again, Klecko signed helmet is our raffle prize today. And for those tuning in late, this is the latest on the Geno assault allegations. Zach Rosenblatt spoke with the Davie Police Department, and the update is the case has been assigned to a detective, is currently in active investigation. Quote, we are not releasing any additional information at this time. The Jets were asked for a comment by Rich Cimini, and they said no comment. So yesterday, the statement from the police spokesman was, it's not an active case. It's still being reviewed before a report can be released. Fast forward to this morning, and now it's an active investigation. So obviously, over the last 18 hours, something has clearly changed.
Yeah, we'll see. And again, it might just be one of those cases where it's so high profile. It's the only news the NFL is talking about that they feel they have to look into it. Because imagine being, the Florida officials not looking into it, waving it off, and then something coming out later. It would be a disaster. So maybe we talk about Muji due diligence in terms of looking in on guys. Maybe it's just that. And I think Jets fans should hope for that.
Jet fans going crazy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, a lot of Jet fans, though, after the Knicks run, feeling a lot more hopeful about the future. Let's do some hoops talk before I let you run.
Yeah.
Giannis to the Miami Heat. Honestly, from a Knicks standpoint, I love this because I don't think the Heat are good enough to contend for a title. They don't have any bench depth. They don't have any guards. Like, who's going to, help Giannis even get the ball and Bam get the ball in the right spots? I think this was best case scenario. Now you wonder if Jaylen Brown is all pissed that he was in trade rumors. He almost got traded for Giannis. So it sounds like they still might even trade Jaylen Brown up in Boston. So, here are the Knicks just minding their own business. Giannis finally gets traded. He goes to the Heat. And then you got Julius Randle now back in New York City, and he's with the Nets, which is just so ironic considering so much of the Knicks rebuild started when KD and Kyrie went to Brooklyn. The Knicks settled, quote unquote, for Randle, and the rest is history from there. But we'll start with Giannis. What do you make of the fact that he's finally been dealt and he's going to the Miami Heat?
I agree. It's better he went to Miami than elsewhere. Let's be real. So it would be, if Miami were to get going again, it would kind of be fun to have that rivalry. But yeah, I don't think, Giannis going somewhere else would have been rougher. And Julius, poor bastard, it's going to Brooklyn. I guess it adds something to the Nets-Knicks thing, but
I actually like the move for the Nets because they don't have their picks anymore. They tried tanking the last 2 years. They ended up with the 6th and the 8th pick, so they got nothing for it. Like Randle, he's not a player that could be a number one on a championship team, but he's a good regular season player who will help raise their floor. Funny enough, if they didn't already have a good coach in Jordy Fernandez, I'd say hire Thibodeau and try and start building a winning culture in Brooklyn.
What, Brooklyn? Yeah. That wouldn't be a bad idea. It's look, it could add something. Randle is unpredictable in a lot of ways, and they did get to the Western Conference Finals last year. Him replacing Towns. So, he's one of those strange players where it's tough to evaluate him. He has value, and that Thibodeau, that would make a lot of sense. Thibodeau or Randle, because Thibodeau got a lot out of him. He was the coach to do so, really. But yeah, the Knicks keep on winning. And then the Mo resign. What'd you think about the Mo resigning?
Diawara.
Yeah.
I think Leon Rose and company are going to do it again. They're going to keep this team together. And I think they will go into the second apron if necessary.
I thought, and like everyone else, just they caught magic and everyone was dead wrong. I thought for them to make a run this past offseason or this past postseason, they needed Diawara to come into his own because he was long, he was athletic. He added that perfect element, that extra element they needed, and he just never got off the bench. And that's a credit to
They saved them. It's like they stashed them so other teams couldn't see what they have.
Yeah, it worked out perfectly. Credit everyone else, Shamit, and they didn't really have anybody long coming off the bench. It was pretty much just guards and Mitch. So, yeah, he could be a weapon. He's got some traits you really like. He's got the length, he's got the athleticism, and they could use that next year for sure.
So Giannis to the Heat, Randall to the Nets, and the Knicks, world champions, just chilling.
Oh, so crazy, man.
Leon Rose is going on the Roommates podcast tomorrow. So the only time you hear from Leon Rose is when his team wins a championship and he's interviewed at the podium and on Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart's podcast after they win a title.
Not bad.
Hit it.
If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York, New York, world champions.
Yeah.
How can you not love that?
Kevin in the raffle for 2. Kevin won a signed Mark Sanchez football on display case on the show yesterday. And Kevin, it's on its way, as I already told you this morning. Giannis trades, big win for the Knicks. Heat are the Bucks with palm trees, and Brown will probably want out now. If the band is brought back, the Knicks are the clear favorites to win the East again. I agree. I think
you'd have to put them.
But
Indiana, we'll try to have something to say about that. Boston, obviously. Detroit, obviously. I just pine for the days where, especially now that they won, I pine for the days where, real rivalries get born. And I hope it happens from this, whether it's Detroit, Indiana, Boston, all of them in the playoffs. I want to see it. That's what I'm hoping for next year.
Last chance to get in on the show, enter the raffle, call in, etc. Leo's Dogs writes in, Sabo had a good point. So many people were high on Fields last year, and yet Geno getting bleeped on this year, even though he's far better, more productive, just older. Again, last year I never bought into the Field type. I said it. You can find the shows. It's all on the record. Geno Smith is a way better quarterback than Justin Fields. No matter how you feel about Geno, blindfolded Geno Smith is a major upgrade over any quarterback, to be fair, including Tyrod, who we saw play last year.
Miles better. And it's human behavior. Like the excitement when you change regimes and, you clean house. It's just the excitement. It's the way it rolls. And there's a lot of the attachment with Fields or Zach Wilson, in the Trevor Lawrence draft too, as well. That was part of it. There were a lot of Jets fans who said, "Oh, we should have drafted this guy from the get-go." So it was just that perfect storm. And that's just the way it goes. But yeah, Geno is the much, much, much better quarterback.
Much better.
Yeah.
Like, not even close.
No.
Football guy wants to know, do you think the Geno situation will affect the team chemistry if he does end up getting suspended?
Yes. I mean,
well, if he's not there, then yeah. I mean,
beyond team chemistry, it'll be, they're a different team, completely different team without him. That would be rough. Like, so imagine he's suspended for 4 games to start the year. Not saying it's going to happen, it's likely, but imagine you're suddenly tossed into a wildly different scenario where you just don't have 3 backup quarterbacks. You're looking for one to start. That takes precedence over other things you could be looking to do to compete in that first year. And it's time consuming. It is. So, oh man, it would affect a lot. It would be big, huge.
Good guy Greg says, glad Giannis went to the Heat. Don't think it made them that much better. If he went to the Celtics, I'd be more worried. We agree. See what Boston does now, man. I mean,
because Giannis with the 3-point mentality they have, that would have been something.
Yeah, I don't know if it would make them that much better, because I do think like you train James Brown in that scenario, but I mean, it play differently. It'd be a change of their style. There's no doubt.
Yes.
Kevin says, am I the only one happy for Randall getting the opportunity to come back to New York City and have his own team? I'm always going to root for Julius Randle, man. I sent out a tweet last night, and I think most people agree with it. It got a ton of interaction. Like I essentially said, I'm always going to root for the guy. Like, the Knicks turnaround does not happen without him. He brought credibility back to the franchise. He helped make the Knicks matter. They went to the playoffs for the first time in 8 years with him. Like, he made 2 All-NBA teams with the Knicks, made the All-Star team twice. Like, he was a really good player for them. Ultimately, they needed him to play well to help turn him into Karl Anthony Towns, which you now look at that deal. The Knicks have a ring. Cat was a major part of it. All the T-Wolves got was Randall, Dante DiVincenzo, and then that's it. And now they salary dumped Randall a year and a half later.
Knicks could miss the playoffs the next 5 years, and it would still be worth it.
Right. They got the ring.
Yeah. The McCall trade, too. Yeah, no, listen, if Randall wanted to come back to New York, I'm happy for him, but it's Brooklyn. I mean, it's not a good situation. I think that's the thing. Like, even the Randall fans, like Jake and I, and that's a tough situation for Randall. That's my mindset.
Apparently, his family's very happy. Like, his
Okay,
wife was
I didn't know
posting,
that.
so I think they're excited to be back in New York.
Good.
It's got to be so weird though for them to play for the Nets after being a Knick, and now like you're coming back to New York, where everywhere you go, people are wearing Knicks gear, and
Yes.
like Randall's got his young kid Kaiden, right? Like all his friends are, I'm sure, in New York are Knicks fans. Like they're gonna be wearing Knicks gear in front of him.
The timing couldn't be more torturous. And by the way, you said Kaiden, kid's name. Was I the only one to find out Gino stole George Costanza's baby name idea?
7?
Yeah.
My dad said the same thing to me.
Oh my God. It's a solid name, but that was George Costanza's. Gino's got to answer.
Crazy. Hey, Melly says you have some audio clips on Flight 26. Yeah, shout out to the Jets media team.
I caught some of that.
They picked up my voice on a couple of the episodes, I was told. I only saw one of them.
Yeah. Which one did you say? The first one?
I saw, I think, the second one, because someone sent me the direct timestamp for when my voice was talking about Omar Cooper.
Did they do the Bailey and Sadiq in the first one or the second one?
Couldn't tell you. I haven't watched it yet. I'll sit down and watch it all at some point. They do a great job. It's a shame the team's terrible. It's like, I'm not mad at the Jets for producing it. They're doing their jobs. But it's like, you watch any of the in-house documentaries, the behind the scenes, and it's like, you think this team is going 17-0 every year, and then they go 3-14. It's like, the Jets look like, the 07 Patriots by their media team, because they do a great job, but it's tough.
Yeah, and you got to feel bad for the social media folks, just getting it. I was going to say lambasted, but it's Twitter comments. So lambasted isn't the right word, but you feel sometimes like just the feedback it just gets so tiring. But yeah, I don't know. I pine for more in some of and it's not their fault. They can't give away certain specifics. Okay, why did you choose Bailey over Reese or Sadiq over Mekhi Lemon? I pine for more, but I get it. They can't go there.
We'll do one call before we wrap. Ladies and gentlemen, he's joining us live from what appears to be some sort of store. Where specifically? Your guess is as good as mine.
We got a winner. Look at that.
Oh, he's good. It looks like John Heyman.
Hey, what you see is what you get.
Oh, we see. All right.
You know that. You got your John Heyman hat on today, Beast.
Hey, everybody's got them. Now, let's see, what else can I get lucky with? Can we get lucky? Oh, well.
I have no idea if he heard me, because that response.
That's fine. Don't worry about it, kid. Keep a cool head, kid. Don't worry about it. We got to keep it coming. Right now, let's see. Where can we? Oh, thank you to the fish. I will not touch that. No, thank you. Let's find some good stuff. Let's find chicken. Man's chicken. No whipping, no gipping. No sipping.
What are you getting, hungry, man?
Yeah, right. On the steaks, keep dreaming. Yeah, you're dreaming, pal. You're talking about dreaming. Yeah, that's dream. Yeah, $8 for patties. Yeah, bite me, pal. Chicken thighs, 99 cents. No deal. Well,
are you a thigh man?
Yeah, I like thighs myself, but in the words of the great Fifth Cannon, well, look at what we have here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Hello, doctor. 787 for beef stew me. You kiss my big ass. That's what you can do. Let's see. Is there anything? No way. Wait. What the hell is this? What's this? Yeah.
I can't wait to see what this is.
That's
$787 for a boneless beef eye round steak jam. You're
what does your
dreaming,
shirt
pal.
say, Beast? I see it says Beast on it.
Yeah. You already know. So let's see. Is there anything else that's familiar?
That says Beast.
Go for the New York strip.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna pay $787. You psycho or something, pal? Get your eyes fixed. This will do. Pork chops. Hey, what you see is what you get, pal. Hey, if you think I'm a
You said that already.
bank, how about I just buy a T-shirt that just says? How about I get the T-shirt that says the world thinks I got money growing out my ass?
Well, get a job if you want money.
Right there. Woo-hoo. Now, what am I in a move? Yeah, one job, huh? One job.
Gary
What?
doesn't want his
What
tax
job?
dollars to
Blind must
support
fly?
you. You got to get a job.
Oh, kiss it. Gary can kiss my big ass. I got nothing to say to that cheap pansy. He's a loser. He's not in my league. He could carry my bags, my boots, and my jockstrap.
Ooh,
He's
some
nothing
berry
Whoa,
punch.
what kind of juice is that?
Minute
Not
Maid
a
berry
man.
punch.
Beast, what kind of juice?
That's right, my friends. Gotta have my people.
Oh,
Hey,
watermelon.
you know what time it is. Gotta have my people.
I had
gotta
no
have my
idea
people.
that existed.
That's right. I'm the Minute Maid man. Yeah, that's right. I'm the Minute Maid man. Get it? Hey,
orange juice?
Hey, just like
Nah,
certified.
you
Hey, I was a desperate Minute Maid, certified freak. I'm the certified freak. I'm the Minute Maid man. I rule the street. I'm the Minute Maid man. Now let's see, where can I find my egg at? I'm a man. Yeah,
That's
I'm a Minute Maid man.
Watching a random
Watch out! Watch!
manly man.
Yeah. And
Food shop
for those
somewhere
watching,
Hey,
Tropicana has to be the orange juice.
woo! Hello, baby. Come on down. 18 numbers.
Beast, have you thought about just drinking water instead of anything with a lot
Yeah,
of
man.
sugar?
Well, hey, Minute Maid's only a one-time deal. You're not going to find it anywhere else but here, baby. If you don't know what you're doing and you're not prepared for the big fight, you're not ready at all.
Where are
There
all
we
the
go.
customers?
Hey, it's only 10. It's a slow start. Okay,
Are you
good.
the only
Pork
one in the
chops.
store?
There's hundreds. I don't worry about it. Ooh, whoa. What do we have here?
Yeah, where are the customers?
Whoa.
Dude, check to see if the place is being held up right now.
Ryan says you
Are
can't
you-
look like the Kool-Aid man if you don't load up on sugar. That's a good point.
Hey, Kool-Aid's for kids, brother. Watch out, lady. I don't want-
What cereal are you gonna get?
Well, there's nothing. Well, I did find one thing that a man loves after a hard day's work, only on the weekend.
Count Chocula?
Pie, baby. And I'm not talking that. Hey, as the Rock once said, there's cherry, there's blueberry, there's strawberry, but there's nothing better than a chocolate eclair pie. Not poontang pie. Thank you very much, Food for Less. You guys are still one of my favorite top 5 in the division. Got my
Anybody
chickens,
ever?
got my
Did you say Pootie Tang? Anyone ever watch Pootie Tang? The movie?
I said poontang pie.
Well, Pootie Tang is a classic.
And folks, do not ever touch anything that's not that good anymore. Like, for example, Pringles, they have rodents in it now. I'm not so hot with that. Like, no deal. Ese pato. Ice cream pass. I can wait. I'm not going anywhere. No, wait. 2 for $5 on Nutty Buddies. Yeah, dream on, loser. Dream on.
You don't want Nutty Buddy?
Hey, Nutty Buddies are good around Christmas time when it gets hot, it gets hot. There's no saying. When you're hot, and when you're not, you're not. Just think of that way. Johnny B. Bad, a former wrestler named by the name of Mark Barrow, had that on his wardrobe where it says, when you're hot, and when you're not, you're not.
Wasn't that Sable's dude?
No. Johnny B. Bad had his
Sonny?
first in World Championship Wrestling.
Is that Sonny?
Also, no.
Sonny's?
No, you goomba. That's you're thinking Sable 98, but I'm thinking Johnny B. Bad 1994.
Yeah, but he was with Sable or Sonny. He was
with Sable first because in '96 when Johnny B. Bad left World Championship Wrestling, he went to the World Wrestling Federation under contract, stayed for 3 years, and then went back to WCW late 1999.
This dude needs a wrestling podcast. Jake.
Let's see. I don't want olive oils. No,
that's right. He let Sable. That's right. He let Sable powerbomb him, and Austin said, "No, I'm not wrestling him now. That's absurd."
Because Johnny B. Bad and Stone Cold Steve Austin went at it before at Slamboree '94. Where at the Philadelphia Civic Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in 1994 at Slamboree '94, a Legends reunion. And who got inducted into that reunion? Oh, let's see. The great name, Ole Anderson.
Hey, Beast, how about a Jet chant in the supermarket?
Hey, some people you crazy. First thing first.
You just yelled Poontang, so what's wrong with yelling JETS?
You know what time it is? You know what time it is?
Jet chant time.
It's chicken time, baby. Chicken time, baby.
That's 5.
That's right, not what baby. A chicken sounds like. That's what a dog sounds like.
Ooh, what do we have here? Well. Man needs a shot.
People are running.
We just snipped the bread.
Hey, can you imagine being an innocent bystander in that store?
Now, one more thing. One more bullseye to go after.
I'm still hoping there's a day where a random maniac sees Beast out in the wild. It hasn't happened yet.
It would be more normal if the camera was following him.
Check them out. Turkey.
You know what's amazing about this? The viewership has increased since I put Beast on.
Oh, come on. Of course.
Ooh, what do we got here? BB Cajun turkey. Ooh, yeah. $6. Can't beat. Let's see, one more thing. I don't want
I'm reading the comments.
We almost done, Beast?
Ham will do. That's and turkey and ham. That's the perfect way to go. Coleslaw, no thank you.
What's your go-to cold cut sandwich? What do you got?
I got my turkey. I got my ham. I got salami still in a roast beef.
Where's the gabagool?
Not on sale. You got to go to certain areas for that. I know where to get the areas. How you doing, Chief? Another day at the office, buddy.
Chief.
What do we have here?
What do you mean by Chief?
What do we have? I don't think so. I ain't touching brisk. That's raspberry. No, thank you. I've seen
the old brisk commercials. They were pretty good.
Yes, they were. With Rocky Balboa and his manager Mick going, "Hey, come on, Rocky, you can do it." Yeah, $5 a chicken. Yeah, keep dreaming. I already got my 5. Hey, there's no say. Hey, that song says, man, I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. Woo-hoo, I got 5 on it.
Hey, Beast, you watching the World Cup?
England's playing today against Ghana. One more
thing. They?
One more thing, folks. Gotta have your waters. I got my egg. I got my Caesar salad. I got my chops. I got my potato wide pan. I'm all good. Sweet cream on an ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, again, you didn't answer my question. What's the cereal you got? The type of cereal a man buys.
Hey, whatever's on sale. If it's Captain Crunch, it goes with me. If it's food, Kicks, yeah, Kicks? Right. Before we do anything, if we have anything on the sale, going into aisle 6. Let's see what the winner circle has to offer. Well, Merv Griffin, let's see what the winner circle has to offer. Yeah, keep dreaming. Yeah, keep dreaming.
100% fiber.
Hey, Bill M says, "How about a piece of fruit?"
How about $9.99 for a 2-pack of Crunch Berries?
Okay, listen, Crunch Berries.
Yeah.
Crunch Berries get it done.
Unfortunately, red flag. False start. Number 72 of the offensive line, 5-yard penalty.
Crunch? You call the flag on Captain Crunch? What's going on?
False start. Number 72 of the offensive line, 5-yard penalty, automatic. First out.
Hey, Joseph wants to know if you can get him some jelly in Hoselia.
Come here, freaky dog.
Now enjoy.
Beast, do you eat Fruity Pebbles?
I'm a Cocoa Pebbles man myself, but not Fruity Pebbles, no way.
Oh.
No, thank you. We're good here. We're good.
Is that a revealing?
And we don't know what sponsors the World Cup today. El Mexicano. Mexico.
Beast, what do you think about soccer players going down like they got shot after someone touches their back?
Hey, you know a fight will break out. Oh, and folks, don't ever touch body armor. I've tried that before. It's not very good.
Body armor's solid. Body armor's okay.
Oh, gotta watch your drinks, man. Yeah, you don't know what chemicals or poison they're gonna put in there today.
Oh man, that's why I'm the way I am.
Ooh. Wait. Forget Evian, forget core, forget body armor, Aquafina,
I don't know about you, Robbie, but I've enjoyed this. This has been great to watch. This beast in his natural habitat.
Oh yeah, in his natural habitat.
You want real water?
Species.
Have a crystal geyser. That'll do. What? That's done for today. 11. No. Folks, $11.99. Are you stupid? If you think $11.99 is a good price for a 12-pack, then you must be on crack cocaine or sniffing your own shit.
You should buy shredded wheat without the frosting.
How often do you sniff your own derriere?
No comment. Done.
Yeah.
We're done here. Feel good already. I'm already getting my steps in. Feel good.
How about you get a Brita and then you could just use that for
don't worry about it, baby. Keep your pants on, Chico. Don't worry about it. It's not like I'm running away. Man, it's not like I'm running to Mexico.
Yeah.
Carl wants to know if you'll have a heart attack on air. He's concerned.
The only heart attack that you can't touch is that, baby. This is America's team right here. Hard to beat, hard to stretch, and hard to flex. If you can't do that, then go touch your own pecs. Now, where's the line that I can get wide open and get the hell up out of here? $2.69 for your Coca-Cola from Mexico? Yeah. Keep dreaming. You can wait. I'm not going anywhere. Mr. Pibb, the zero sugar? Hell no. Nah. Keep on dreaming. What? Okay. We're good. All right, got everything I need.
Do you drink Tab soda, Beast?
I've had Tab before. I used to drink that in Jersey. I didn't care for it. Tab was like tasted buckets of garbage. Not that good. Not all that great. If you want a good diet soda, you got to have a Diet Dr. Pepper or maybe an old Diet Pepsi. You know, Diet Pepsi. You got the right one, baby.
Hey, B, so you'll do a Diet Pepsi chant in the store, but a Jet fan too timid to do the Jet chant in public is nasty.
I'm about to get in line here. All right, let's get in line. All right, I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. I have to get in line, and as they say, it's a pay time.
You're leaving. You can't stay in line with us. We're here for you.
Hold on. Let's here.
Wait, you're not doing self-serve? You're not doing self-serve?
Hey, spin it around. We'll take a good look.
Come on, stop. See? All right. Hold on. Wait. Hey, put this thing in reverse. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Beast, if you do a Jet chant, Barbarossa said he'll pay for your groceries.
Okay, here we go. Shops.
One Jet chant, and you have free groceries.
Beast, I say you just make a run for it.
$5 a piece. That's
I'll present the offer from Barbarossa. We'll see if we can make this happen. What a payoff for the audience that is.
Yeah, that'd be
watch this for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, Ain't it? Yeah, not getting it back.
Give me a minute. I'm just doing one thing at a time. One at a time. Got one of there. Hold on.
Tell her you're really John Heyman. Tell her you're famous. Oh, it's Paul Heyman. Damn it.
John Heyman's the baseball reporter.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck.
And one more thing. Chicken. All right. Ready? And fire. Those are 3. Okay, good. Oh, there we go. Here's the start. We'll take that. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. And I go first.
Okay.
What? Okay. All right. Okay.
This reminds me of Me, Myself, and Irene.
Oh, you just 289.
Damn it, I forgot what he said.
99. 3 for 5 right here. 5.
The Norway chant.
Those are the top. Don't make it.
Yep.
Hey, Beast, give us a jet chant and your groceries will be comped. Everyone knows Beast pin, by the way, is 1, 2, 3, 4.
The 3 kids, the dynamic of the 3 kids made the movie.
Barbarossa's offering a steak, Beast, if you do the jet chant and comping your groceries. That is a big time offer.
See me. That'll do.
How long does it take this
Is
man
that
to
Beast? Is Thunder Lips Beast?
No, Beast is Stormbreaker.
Oh, okay. Like, how the hell is he commenting too? A talented man. Asking a grouch, he won't do it. Trying to bait him.
Mad Max, what do you have to say for yourself?
Honestly, I can do the best Jets chant of all time.
All right, give us a jet chant.
E-T-S! Jets! 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 Let's go!
Pretty good. Maybe Beast will respond.
Did he even hear you?
On the line. Prepare.
Hey, Beast.
Operation Combat. All right. Operation Combat Unit in base.
Operation.
What? He dropped off.
Oh, wow. Look at Beastbreaker. He dropped off.
Mad Max taking us shopping.
What is your thoughts on that? Was probably insane, but I can honestly, Beast probably got the best beef of all time. Let's see what he probably bought. Probably the potato chips. But let's honestly, his back pain's bad because his diet is terrible. You know what I mean? His diet is not good.
What makes you say that?
He's a great diet. He's a manly man.
But look, I'm a man as well. But like my mind, I got a lot of protein. I have the best diet all the time. But what are your thoughts on the Geno Smith situation, Robbie? What are your thoughts on it so far? Can you hear me?
We'll see what happens. It's no one should go crazy yet. Just let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. There isn't a lot of evidence, Robbie. I think so. Once we get more of the evidence, we got to a full conclusion. I just think so far, it looks like sometimes the woman was being a little bitchy, And Robbie,
listen, Max. I hear you, but don't turn into a heel now.
I'm not trying to heal. I was just saying, that's just like what I've observed so far. But let's see. Once we get more of the situation,
Max, you said you're a man. Do you think you're more of a man than Beast?
I think I'm more of a man than Beast. I have 180 pounds of pure muscle. I listen to the best music. I was doing a little freelancing with FC Mom with you. I was posting videos for social media. What is Beast doing so far today? I know he's shopping. I know
Beast is buying manly foods.
What do you think he's buying? Let's see what Beast is making.
Beast, he left. He's not on the line anymore. You scared him off.
Let's see if are there any Asmaniacs? Am I the only Asmaniac on the line?
That's for me to know and for you not.
I think I'm the only one that's me not gonna lie. But honestly, let's talk about the Jets. So let's talk about sports take shows to the Yankees. Robbie, did you watch that Yankees game on
You
Sunday?
just said you wanted to talk about the Jets, and then you switched to the Yankees. You can't make a decision.
I mean, we're not going to talk about the Jets, So this is my staff prediction. So I think Garrett Wilson will have,
Just leave a message. Just leave a message. Thank you.
Thank you, Mad Max. This one's from Peter Castro, who says, Robbie, what happened to Alan Lazard?
What do you mean?
That's his poll.
Oh, Castro. Yeah. Good man, Castro. You're a generous man.
$500.
That's
ask
right.
about Alan Lazard.
Oh, jeez.
June 2024.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Never forget.
Wow.
Never, ever forget.
Just don't let go of the rope.
All right, Robbie, I'll let you run. We got the full beast experience at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Good Jet conversation for the first hour plus, so I appreciate you hopping on.
Yeah. There'll always be something to talk about. Don't you worry.
There's always something. Ladies and gentlemen, come meet Robbie at Gangrene Beach Club and check out all the content that he and the team at JetX put together at jetsxfactor.com.
It's time for Robbie Bobby Disabled. Not Ricky Dicky Top of the Dingo. He's a rubby dubby dubby dabo. The silver fox, he got hair like a wingo. It's the rubby dubby doobie disabled. He got jet points up his freaking wazingo. Let's hear from Robbie Bobby Disabled.
Info coming soon for those who want to join us for the Jets-Dolphins game on October 25th. First priority will go to the people who support the show on Patreon and are in our Discord, of course. Go to patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. It's just $6 a month. You get all the perks, including access to exclusive events before the general public, 25% off all items in the merch store, your name added to the intro, bonus shows, early release on shows, and a whole lot more. Check it out, patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. All right. We're back this afternoon. Joe Blewitz joining us. Going to do a little film on Garrett and A.D. Mitchell and how they fit with Geno. We think Geno throwing them the ball. Plus, there could be another update by then on the Geno situation. So we'll talk more about it this afternoon. You guys are the greatest. Klecko sign helmet up for grabs later. I will talk to you then. Until then, though, I leave you with a clip that will take you down memory lane. It's a clip that's very powerful. It's a clip that really shines light on one of the more bat bleep crazy moments in the history of this show. So sit back and enjoy it, and we'll talk to you soon. Go Jets.
I voted for you twice, so you should be disqualified.
You are a scumbag.
Let me know when you're done crying.
Give me your bullshit. Let's hear it.
I voted for you twice.
All right.
Go quit.
All right, I'm done. I'll quit. It just shows who you are. You're a cheater and a scumbag, bro. You took something that was fun and playful and cheated. You were so scared of Amanda, a girl that you talk shit about that's lesser than you for some reason in your mind. You had to cheat to beat her.
Let me know when you're done. I never said I was better than her, right? So you're just a liar in general. I never said I was better.
I'm a liar. The cheater is calling me a liar.
Sit on your hands, mute yourself if you have to. I let you go. Stop acting like a female.
A female that you have to cheat to beat.
Stop talking. Sit on your hands and mute yourself. Act like a grown man. Don't act like a female. You're very effeminate.
I cannot wait to see you in person, bro. I will literally take the charge and sit in the jail for how long will that take? Just to clean your clock. You deserve to get punched in the face. You told us you're a scumbag. You told us you didn't pay your taxes. You told us you cheated. And now that we're telling you your character is a shit character, you're trying to tell me that I'm the bad guy for pointing out that you're a piece of shit? You're such a loser, dog. Who cheats in the Asmaniac tournament? Yay, cheaters. So cheaters. You don't have any morals. Gary, you use religion to back up bullshit statements.
This is like the funniest thing ever. This is like the biggest crybaby woman I'd ever seen. He can't stop.
I guess I'm a crybaby. I'll be a crybaby. Because Gary is a scumbag, we have to make new rules next year.
Child in the this is like an irate 2-year-old in the toy section of the store crying because mommy won't buy him a toy.
As an Asmaniac, you're entertaining, but you're an entertaining scumbag.
I created like 3 accounts today. I already had 4, so I was like 7.
Appreciate y'all, really.
Talk about fireworks on a Saturday afternoon show. What?
Are both Gary and Gypsy out of the tournament? That would be horrible.
We need to say a little prayer for Black Gypsy. That was absolutely unhinged. He's threatening to beat me up, and he's more than welcome to try. over as Maniac content. You're more than welcome to try, pal.
I encourage one man, one woman, one vote. But unfortunately, we have a lot of people with, they're dishonorable here. The whole process is corrupted because there's no rules. Anything goes situation.
Gary is a cheater, and he's a disgrace to this country. I think somebody should throw him in Iran and let him be the yeah, that's right. You degrade women. You've degraded people with autism who have problems. Oh, we're fat and we're stealing your tax dollars. You go, woo! I swear to God, if you and I ever get in the ring, I will kick your ass all over the place.
Look at this. He's actually more rational than Black Gypsy was. Black Gypsy needs your prayers, guys.
Shame.
Hey, everyone. I finally used Thunder Lips' air fryer, as you guys can see. As you can finally see. Son of a... As you guys can finally see. There you go. I finally used it. I'm going to finally taste one and see how I like it. Delicious. A+. Thank you, Thunder Lips. You're the man.
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go, Jets.